would love to.
Okay.
So very big on everyone's radar now are historically black colleges and universities. And they have a lot of history. They were established because there were a lot of blacks that were seeking higher education and weren't getting into a lot of the Ivy League schools. And so these schools were created back, in the early 1900s, late 1800s, and for that purpose. And they have a lot of history, like a lot. It was amazing being on a campus and knowing that my school, because it's just a medical school, graduates almost 80%. It's in the high 70s, 78% of the medical doctors in this country are black doctors in this country, went to school with me. And just walking on campus amongst the sea of us,
I love it.
It's incredible, the experience. So I loved it. And it was a rough decision for me to go there because I didn't know anyone that was that had attended. And to be perfectly honest with you, and I feel very comfortable saying this to you, I thought that it wasn't the right fit for me. I thought that I could get in anywhere and I didn't need that style education. But it was the right decision for me. It taught me a lot about myself.
What made you make that decision at the end of the day?
I think that I was growing and maturing and learning a lot about myself. And I also knew that I was seeking a different level of friends and people that were more like me.
Yes.
And I didn't grow up around that. I grew up in a very Jewish neighborhood. And I remember my friends always telling me, that I had hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of cars in my driveway because of what my parents did. And my parents were very successful.
What did your parents do?
So my parents are both in education. My mother was a principal.
Yes.
My father was also. And they were in the school system for a very long time. My father was on a board of trustees at his college. He was one of the first black graduates of his college.
Yes.
And my father became an entrepreneur also. So he owns a lot of commercial real estate. And so my parents had nice things. But they taught us, myself and my siblings, to do for ourselves.
Yes.
And we were, although you have the ability to have access to things, we weren't just given things.
That's awesome.
It was a pretty cool life.
So you were raised right, girl?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I was.
Totally. I mean, it's evident. So all that schooling you took a lot of discipline, right?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot. I never stopped going to school. So it was high school, boom, boom, boom. College, undergrad, it never stopped. Medical school, I went straight. I never stopped. I never worked. I never paused. I never took a year off. I never tried to find myself,
Did you ever get to party or anything? Nothing?
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
What?
Party? So I'm a party animal.
You?
Yes.
I know, I'm just kidding.
No, I mean,
because we've been out together.
No one knows this side of me, but I got it all out of my system before I had children.
Yes.
So, but yes, there's no party or scene in New York that I wasn't a part of.
Girl, and you definitely fit in, honey. You look like a supermodel.
No, thank you. But I had my fair share of boyfriends and friends and a social life. I've always been a very social person.
But that's a healthy balance, and that's very important.
Yes.
All work and no play. Hello.
Absolutely.
So after college, what happened? Did you go work for someone, or how did that work out?
So after college, of course, medical school, residency, I lived in D.C. and did a residency there, and I remember partying so much, Chrissy.
D.C. is lit.
Yes.
Yes.
But I felt like the area closed in on me, you're dating and you see the same person a couple of times at, different spots. So it felt a little scary. I said, I don't want to settle here and live here. I want to go back home. I want to go back to New York because I'm originally from New York, from Long Island. So I was ready to go home. I went home. I didn't know where I was going to work. I didn't know what I was going to do. I had friends through my family. So the nice thing about being in organizations like Jack and Jill and my sorority is you have connections. And I remember all these friends of my parents telling me, you can work for Dr. Such and Such and you can do this. And I said, no, I want to follow my own path and I don't know what it's going to be. So I just applied and worked as an associate probably for less than like 6 months. And then I literally feel like God just handed me a practice.
So you started your own practice?
I started my own practice almost right away.
Really?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So exactly what is your doctor title, or what type of doctor
I'm
are
a
you
doctor.
exactly?